This morning, we are following the money. Trillions of dollars for COVID relief going to nearly every segment of the economy. But there are still questions out there about where a lot of that money went. Joining us now to kind of break down the numbers is Adam Andrzejewski, CEO, founder of OpenTheBooks.com. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Angela.
Yeah, and your organization, OpenTheBooks.com, you published a report breaking down waste. And some of this stuff may really get your blood boiling. We're talking about money going to dead people, of course, states with surpluses getting a lot. Kind of break down some of the major points and the major numbers for us.
Well, Congress threw $4.7 trillion in pandemic aid at nearly the entire economy. So the real question, Angela, is did it go to people who had real financial needs that really needed financial assistance? And probably 2 out of every $3 didn't go to those people. They went to other folks that didn't have the financial needs for it. And then on the other hand, it's the largest public fraud in the history of the country. Our auditors at OpenTheBooks.com estimate that between $400 billion to $500 billion was stolen by criminals, con artists, and crime syndicates from around the world.
You know, nearly every federal program, you say, was either legally or illegally looted during the pandemic. Give us some examples of how COVID aid was legally taken by those with no hardship based on your report.
So you had 140 contractors, defense contractors, domestically here in America owned by the Chinese Communist Party, and they took up to $400 million worth of round one Paycheck Protection Program funds. Those funds were earmarked for mom and pop businesses on Main Street, not Chinese-owned defense contractors. We took a look at the top 300 wealthiest and largest law firms in the country, and 126 of them who had no financial needs. Their partners were making equity profits of over $1 million a year. They took $800 million in forgiven PPP loans. Same thing, half of the largest 300 accounting firms in the country took $400 billion worth of forgiven PPP loans. And then, Angela, obviously you've got federal employees. They're still not back to the office, but their agencies spent $3.3 billion on office furniture, including $250,000 on solar-powered picnic tables.
Were there some programs that were more easy to target than others?
Yeah, I think, your major programs like the Paycheck Protection Program, that was supposed to help the small businesses, up to $200 billion was looted from that program. 57,000 entities on the U.S. Treasury's do not pay list. The list wasn't consulted before they cut the checks, and $3.6 billion paid those people. You had unemployment insurance, about $200 billion worth of fraud, including $1 billion went to in California to prisoners, including $400 million went to people on death row.
Watching at home, maybe folks are thinking, are we going to get any of this money back? I mean, there have been some people charged, but overall, what's going to happen to all this money lost? Is it just out the door?
So we need clawback. We need to hire an army of auditors. Those programs on clawing back our money, U.S. taxpayer money, they'll always make a gain for us. We need to aggressively go after that. We need accountability. Angela, for example, the five out of the 8 Ivy League schools, the colleges, wealthy schools with billions in their endowment, they took $250 million worth of COVID aid. Haul those folks up in front of Congress. Let's hold hearings. They need to justify why they took our money.
Well, thank you so much, Adam, for joining us, OpenTheBooks.com, founder and CEO. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angela. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.